Lincolnshire-born George Johnny Johnson is perhaps best recognised for his role in the Dambuster raid in 1943. However, after the Second World War, Johnny dedicated himself to teaching people with learning difficulties. Now the Specialist Education Support Network has opened the George Johnson Education Centre in Lincoln to help Lincolnshire students who have been shunned from mainstream schools.
It's incredible. I'm feeling so overwhelmed about it. It's the turnout has been incredible. We're happy that everybody's turned up. People have had to reschedule their diary from last week, but we're just really proud of everybody that's here, that's had some involvement in the setup. It's designed to support people that risk of permanent exclusion from their mainstream school or under a permanent exclusion from their mainstream. So what our USP is that we're trying to kind of work with partners and really kind of open up the opportunities for our young people and make it a little bit more inclusive for these young people, rather than they've been excluded from school, potentially from the society in general, so we want to include them in all the other opportunities that generally they're probably missing out on, and by doing that we're working with local employers in all different industries. We're working with local training centres, we're working with colleges, just to really kind of support and build that bridge of communication to make sure that they transition well.
I think it's a great idea. I wish it every success, because that sort of work is worth any reward that it can get. And I wish success also for the students, to give them a much better idea of how they get on when they get home to campus. It's the sort of thing that I hadn't thought about until I tried it. And people used to say to me, oh, I couldn't do that. I said, have you tried it? And if you did, you'd find that any progress these people made would be far more rewarding than the normal progress a child makes in school. I think it could happen here just as easily. I'm sure what I've seen of the staff, the same idea is there just the same. And they will do their best to make sure that these people get the advantage that they really need. And I think that's the important thing, the whole thing. Yeah, the students have got to be the primary consideration, and every effort has been made to make sure that they can get out in the community and get on in the community and have a satisfactory life out there.
It's unfortunate for the local area, but it's supply and demand. We kind of came in at a time where actually, unfortunately, we've got a lot of students that need this provision. My background is working in prisons, probation, and I've worked with a lot of people in the past that would have really benefited from an opportunity like this because they couldn't conform to mainstream. I've worked with alternative provisions, and actually within mainstream it's very difficult to support these students how we need to. Whereas actually setting this up and running it how we feel should support these sort of students allows us to kind of open up those doors for these young people.
The George Johnson Education Centre's mission about giving young disadvantaged people the chance to become part of mainstream society ensures that Johnny's own mission can continue. From McNamara, SGE News.